Yeah, until you can afford to get a better razor. You wanna sit back and just say and just go, you know what I'm saying, Billy go gruff, you know what I'm saying, you just looking rough and rugged and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't shave. Reason why I let my beard grow in is because when I shave, I have razor bumps. My skin bumps up. I don't care if it's a brand spanking new razor. My skin will bump up a little bit, you know. So I had to let all that hair grow out of the skin and everything before I go and shave, because I don't want to be cutting them bumps and all that. Because year after year of cutting them over them bumps, that's how you end up seeing people with crater faces. You know what I'm talking about. They got a bunch of craters all up in their face and stuff. Yeah, that's where it came from. you know what I'm saying? Shaving incorrectly. It's not letting that, they didn't get a hair a chance to come out that tight curl or whatever and just grow out. You know what I'm saying? Keloids and all. I don't want to deal with that type of stuff. I just let it. I just look it rough for a little bit. They, you know, but the people know I will shave. I shave this beard in a heartbeat. But that's the way I've always played it. Because when I made that decision when I was young, I said I'm not gonna end up just like that guy right there, with all them craters and stuff in his face. No, it's not gonna be me. Um, let's see, what else. Bring your cell phone. You got Obama phones. So what if you got an Obama phone? It helps you keep in communication. It's something important. Make sure you got a charger, a phone charger. You know what I'm saying? You can text whatever. No matter, because once you get to certain schools got actual phone companies inside of them, to where they will sign you up because they know you here and you done made it through this program, and you set up and you earning money, and so they gonna set you up to get you a brand new spanking new phone. Set you up an account and get you squared away on a good phone. It might be Sprint, it might be AT&T. Metro, you know what I'm saying, is a good one. But in certain areas you don't get good reception. Some areas you don't get reception at all. Verizon, I used to love Verizon. I never had a drop call, even though I had a homeboy, you know what I'm saying. He used to always have drop calls. He had Verizon, but really what it was is that somebody about to get mad at me because I'm destroying the game or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Some woman like, huh, for real? Oh, it's because they tell you that the phone dropped the call, but really they're out playing the field. They done hung up on you talking about the phone dropped the call. You know, because they didn't want their next chick to figure out that you was on the phone. You know, so they pocket that phone real quick. Hey, how you doing, man? You know, all that type of stuff. The phone didn't drop. Some people are just violent like that. You know what I'm saying? Always getting into fights, lose their phones. Sometimes that's why people start fights with you, or they'll rob you because they're looking for your information. But that's a whole nother video. That's security. But for right now, I'm just talking about getting you from point A to point B and getting you set up for orientation and getting you set up for going in the class and learning this trade and everything. If you can, you go to the Secretary of State and get you one of them little booklets. It'll teach you about all the different things that you need in order to get your CDL. If you study that book before you even get on that bus, you're going to be prepared by the time you get to that school. You're going to already be ahead of half the class. I didn't do that. No. Somebody told me that later told me that, but you know, I didn't do that. I really didn't give no thought to coming to the school, you know what I'm saying? It's just that I ended up coming to the school, like I said in a previous video. My mother had just died. I tried asking for money and all the other stuff. You know, I get to the point where I don't even ask people for nothing now. If I don't have it, I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to earn it. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm not even going to ask. Unless I really, 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 really need it. That's when I might hint that I need it. But other than that, no. I've always been that way, you know, ever since then. After my mother died and people showed me. You know, some people to this day will still say, fuck your mama. And you know, literally that's almost like fighting words. But you know, being an adult, you know, it is what it is. Go. Fuck out of my face. Try not to go curse or whatever, but fuck out of my face. You know, I don't have time for nobody like that now. I don't care who you is. I don't care how cute you are. Fuck you. Because you wouldn't like nobody to talk about your mama like that. Especially if she dead. I don't care. Run and get your pistol or whatever. Fuck you. Fuck that too. But anyways, that's not what I'm here about on this whole entire, what you call it. I'm just trying to help you get prepared, you know. Help you get prepared. To come into this trucking industry. You're not coming here to be violent. You're not coming here to start stuff. Nah. Yeah. That's what I really wanted to talk about. Because you do have some people who literally are those type of assholes that like to start stuff. When I was coming through school, they had this little crew they called the delinquents. Oh, they cut in everybody. They didn't care who you was. They cut it into you, and they cut into you sharp. And I was like, man, what's wrong with these? You know what I'm saying? But they're just like comedians or types, whatever. But at the same time, sometimes some of the stuff they say to certain people is a little harsh. I'm like, whoa, that's scandalous. You just it's funny, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of heartless, you know. But yeah, that they call themselves the delinquents. I didn't know who they was until they announced it at the end of the program when we getting ready to go out into training and go into our own trucks to get with our trainers or whatever, you know. It was like that. But yeah, I was cool with a couple of them. They was cool with me. But anyways, yeah, you have people, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, when you come in there, you don't know nobody unless you came there with your friends. Or your girlfriend or your wife. You don't really know nobody there. They're there as fellow employees, fellow students. Now, you know how to make friends, you know how to get cool with people, but at the same time, you know, there's this one guy. He was hanging out with the delinquents. They was talking about a certain group of people, and they went and told the people in the offices. That guy, did they take up for that guy? No, they didn't. That guy got sent home. They continued on, and when they got on their trucks, you know what the administration said? So what? Package it, you hit the road. And you lucky if we give you a ticket back home. You know, that's how scandalous it can be sometimes. You know, people there, they're not your friends. They're your co-workers. Now, unless you get to know them over a period of time, then yeah. But still, at the same time, you got to look out for numero uno, which is yourself first. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you ran, you know, say you was talking to a couple of these people on these YouTubes. They're not your friend. They're just people that was talking to you to get you to come into this industry because it's a good job. It's like going to your kids' school to talk about your job. In this industry, there's over 96,000 jobs available nationwide. You gonna fit somewhere in there. 96,000, almost 100 grand. 100,000 people need it. And it's getting worse because, you know, some people getting tired and they retiring. They getting old. They've been doing this for so long. They got signs in Texas. You tired of trucking? We'll buy your truck off of you. We'll buy everything. You leave with a check, go home. You know, it's that simple. You got it on billboards. You'll see them once you get on the truck, get out there in Texas, running in and out of Laredo and all the other good stuff. You're going to see them along I-30? I-30E, somewhere around there, yeah. You're going to see them. But another thing you also going to see, a lot of lawyers talking to these people who will try to sue you. The driver, you know what I'm saying? That's just one of the things that comes with the territory. You're making money. You're making that bread. You got people out here who just money hungry. They need it. Gotta have it. Gotta want it. You know? Gotta flaunt it. And hopefully they're thinking flaunting yours in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You got a lot of scam artists, which is another thing. When you're on the truck, the IRS will send you a letter. They will not call you on the phone. They will not send you emails. If they send you an email, it's because they personally told you that they're going to send it to you. You have a lot of people who out here sending out these scam letters talking about you won the lottery or you won this or you're being audited. You know what I'm saying? We need your name, your address. When you receive one of them phone calls and they never say yes or to anything that they say because they're recording. And they can cut that with technology. They can cut that yes, and then they ask you certain questions because they looking for you to say certain things, have certain responses, and it's all in recording. They take it and put it in their computer and they cut it up, and then they make out the whole entire conversation with your voice and everything else, and then they calling somebody else and getting all your stuff. They setting up everything in your identity. But they're the ones in use with it. Don't say yes to none of that stuff. How you doing? Are you okay today? Or might not even say Cut into it. What do you want? Well, I'm from the IRS. IRS already told me that they don't not call you. They send you a letter or whatever. Bye. And hang up. Matter of fact, you don't even have to. As soon as they say we are the IRS, hang up. Let them send you that letter in the mail with the official insignia stamped and all the other stuff. That's what you call something that you can take down to the IRS office and verify, or even call because it's going to have a number on there, a code number on there that you can read off, and they can tell you, yes, we did send that. I personally talked to the Secret Service because I took them. I used to receive all of those scam letters with literally real looking checks for $10,000. I went into the Secret Service and I talked to them. I had in my hand over $2.5 million worth of checks. Know what they told me? Burn them. Cut them up, shred them, tear it up, throw it in the trash. They're no good. It is what they call the Nigerian scam. There's a lot of people over in Nigeria who are getting down on people here in the United States, and you're wondering why you got so many rich people in Nigeria. They rich off of Americans. It is what it is. That's the reason why they say this is the land of opportunity. They come up to you on the street with a hustle or a scam. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're the benefactor. You didn't know you had this cousin, long lost relative. They will cut into you. You know what I'm just saying? I know this video is going on long enough, and I just basically wanted to talk about some of the things that you want to bring with you when you go to start trucking school, go into orientation, or day one. You know what I'm saying? They're going to give you a whole bunch of stacks of paper. You know what I'm saying? When you go back to your room, some people want to just relax or whatever. You can't do that. But eventually, take them pieces of paper and read what's actually on there. Because it's detrimental to your life that you know some of that, at least some of that stuff. Because it could save your life. You know what I'm saying? Day two, you know what I'm saying? Day one, they're going to send you over there. First, almost one of the first things they're going to do is they're going to piss test you. Some run hair samples. Whatever. It was a guy in my class. He made it all the way to like week 3. And they re-drug tested him because he was acting a little silly. Come to find out he had he was hooked up on drugs. I forget what it was. I think it was ecstasy. Was it ecstasy? It was something. He was hooked up on drugs, and they got rid of him quick. He was on the bus that night. He was on that bus. Pack your stuff. Get out of my school. We're not here to play games with you. We're here to train you to haul these loads so we can make some money off of you, and then also put money in your pocket on top of that. This is a career. You know? You don't want to be out there getting high anyway. It's just oddly, some people getting drunk, getting high, whatever. That's not me. That's not me at all. I like my health. You know? So that's what if you have allergies or whatever, make sure you let that doctor know. Let people in the offices know. You know, say some people have dogs and cats. They bringing the stuff with them. They got talked about that in the previous video. I'm just saying, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're successful in this industry, because it will pay off. It's a very good industry. And one of the most important things, if you don't do nothing else, make sure you get your sleep. If you got that partner that's on the radio, I learned it the hard way, but it's a button in the back that you can flip that and it cut off the speakers in the back, so you don't have to listen to all that loud music. You might still hear a little bit of it playing from the front. Just ask them, be courteous. Man, cut that down so I can sleep. Or a woman, whoever, you know. And some people might want to plug their phone into the radio and want to talk all day while they drive. As long as their hands free. Or in other words, that phone is not in their hand. It's on a hook, something like this. Which I gotta set mine on. I just went and got it. I had some what they call a stilly ball, but I left it on the other truck. That's $25 down the drain. I just went and bought this one. I'm gonna set it up on this truck right here, so I can make sure I'm hands free. You know, where is that box? This one. I went and bought one. These things are not cheap. No. It might seem cheap, you know what I'm saying, because you're making that bread, but at the same time, you know, everything costs, because you got to eventually, you're not paying, you know what I'm saying, you have to literally pay your own taxes unless the company sets it up to where they're taking taxes out of your check. You got to pay your own taxes. So all that money that you're earning, make sure you set some of that. See, that's another thing that these people are telling you to get into this trucking industry, become your own operator, and then they tell you about I'm making 3, 5, 10 grand a week, but they ain't telling you how much of that counts towards gas. Gas, that diesel gas is not cheap. They're not telling you how much of that you have to put aside for taxes. You know, they're not telling you that there's something called a fuel tax. Then you have the what is that paper? Is this paperwork right here? Those truck payments that you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? You got escrow funds that's being taken out of that. You know what I'm saying? That all that money, like I say, about maybe, I want to say half to 3/4 of it is all going towards taking care of expenses, and that one little quarter is what you can get the pocket to put it in what you call it and live off of. As a lease operator, even as an owner operator, you have tax attorneys. You got to pay that tax attorney. You got to set money up for that rainy day. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know, in case your truck break down. Hopefully, this truck don't break down no time soon. I want to say it's a brand new truck, but it ain't. It's 2017. This 2018 got 2019s out right now. In 2019 here, there's gonna be 2020s. They always bring the next year's car model out the year prior. So this 2017, and this is 2018. They got 2019. This year, this model vehicle is already 2 years old. It's almost 200,000 miles on it. You know, so it is what it is. Hopefully, I can get some nice, good mileage out of it and some money saved up and everything, in case that rainy day comes, which I know it is gonna come. I know it is. I'm gonna make a video on it too, man. But anyways, I just wanted to talk to you about that and make sure you understand that you got to take care of yourself. Soap. Again, Dollar Tree sells bars of soap. $1. They sell two packs of soap for $1. Irish Springs. You know, so you buy they sell the body wash itself $1. If you're not the type they want to use bar soap, use the body wash. Do something, man. I mean, seriously, $1 is not really that much. You can walk around the neighborhood and find $1. I hope you don't have to break down to that, but you know, hey, when you on your knuckles, you gotta eat. You know? You pick pop bottles up off the street if that's what you want to have to, if you gotta do. You know, it is what it is. Some people want to dog people out and all the other stuff, but you don't know what a person was going through before they came here, you know? It's just that I used to be the type that used to help all the time, but the people I used to get a spare change to started following me to my house. Yeah. That there, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to get into all that, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. I'm just saying. You gotta watch out, because people in this industry will sit there try to eat off you. You know, you gotta know how to nip it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? Because first law of nature is self-preservation. A lot of people grow up not knowing that because they wasn't taught that, because they didn't have people who knew how to use that for their own self, so therefore they didn't pass it on to the next generation. They just tossed you out. Told you to survive. Some people in a situation where they were stripped of everything and then thrown out and was told to survive, and then you had people following you around trying to take everything you got. Why are you trying to make it? You know, so hey, use this. You know what I'm saying? This is your number one tool, your brain. Use it. Use it. You know? Talk to you later.